So now I want to talk about a particular type of carry. I grew up in the city of Chicago. Knife laws are very strict out there. And I think it's worth saying that I haven't lived in Chicago, Illinois, or near it since 2019, and it's been a hell of a 6 years. So, brush up on your knife laws. But up until then, I always had this passion to be an outdoorsy kind of person. But I was a city boy. Ain't that some shit? So, all this dreaming as a kid got faced with reality as to what I could actually carry around in the city. This was my compromise after a lifelong journey with just outdoors, being in the city, having a regular warehouse or industry type job, and going out on the weekends and not looking like a fucking crazy ass. All right. So, one thing I'd recommend for sure, and straight off the bat, is the Essie Azula. Still dirty from my knife throwing, gotta clean it. But this I found to be the best compromise. Living in the city, if I wanted to go out on a weekend trip, I'm not carrying around a huge ass fucking SE3. Like, you try to walk around Chicago or to the fucking lake to go fishing or the river, and you pull one of these motherfuckers out, like, it's not even that big, but it'll fucking turn heads. I'll tell you that much. They're gonna fuck with you. But this is a lot more socially acceptable. It's a great compromise. Blade length, steel type, it's legit, and the warranty on top of that. Being a city boy, man, shit was always like paycheck to paycheck when I was growing up. So, like, buying cheap shit all the time, it breaks. So finding a good quality knife, and if it did break, it would actually be replaced. Like, that was a selling point for me. It was just a selling point. You just mail this to them, like both pieces, maybe just the piece you could find. And from what I hear, they'll just replace it for you because it's a good knife. And I throw this thing. It's not going to turn any heads. And it comes with a nice little kit, a sheath and a clip that's very durable. When I went to work every day, to be honest, I didn't even carry around this one. I'll get to that one in a second, though. I carried around that. Can you see that in frame? Oh, yeah. Okay. So this is the Victorinox Tinker. That's practically all you fucking need. To be honest, I was a warehouse worker. And my job at the time was just to unbox furniture, unbox goods, break down the goods, throw it in the compactor. I use this blade for breaking down cardboard. To be fucking honest, I don't know if you can see those micro fucking scratches on there, but there's quite a bit. Just dropped it on cardboard to bring it back, and then if the cardboard was too stiff, I kind of just, like a big sofa box, just kind of pressed it up against something, got it started, and yeah, I'll try at your own risk, but that's how I did it. And it worked. It's not even fucking bent at all. And then this one is pretty clean. I use this one for lunch and other stuff because I was always in a dirty environment, so I wanted one knife for mostly just cutting down boxes, all that debris and glue gunk. And this one was always somewhat cleaner, so opening it up or cutting up that sub sandwich I got from like Jimmy John's or something. Did I use the screwdriver? Sometimes. This reamer, yeah, some like adjusting the belts and doing a few things. It's handy to have. The can opener and bottle opener. No, I use this though. The bottle opener, it's a pry bar. It's pretty good. So yeah, in the city, it's an aluminum like scaled knife, which means these little spacers in between there are aluminum. That you might think that they're stainless steel, but they're not. A little disappointing when I found out, but I mean, I had already been using it for years. I think by the time I found out these were aluminum, I had this for like 13 years. And I was like, oh, that sucks. But then I was like, well, what the hell? Like, I used it like it was stainless steel, and it turned out just fine, at least for that type of work. So if you're just like in an office environment, like, just a salesperson at like a Radio Shack or something also, that'll work. This is all you need. You can get different colors, different kind of scales just to like accessorize. So that's a side tangent, but like because I've had those kind of jobs too, just managing a fucking retail store. Like this is all you need. It works and it's durable as hell. I don't like them all the time because look, You see, it's missing. I love the tweezers and I love the toothpicks, and they are handy and they're great. And you always look for one when you buy a Swiss Army knife. But to be honest, you always fucking lose them. You'll be good about it for like a year, and then that one time you use the tweezers or the toothpick and you just get lazy and you lose them. I've tried so hard. So set that aside for now. Other than that, this is basically why it was my outdoor knife. It's not gonna really turn any heads, and I don't really need anything bigger than that. If I'm going to the lake in Chicago or a river, I'm not gonna be getting some big ass bass. I'm just gonna be getting some catfish, a lot of bluegills, and just shit like that. Just stuff for the tackle box, and that's perfectly rugged enough for that. For work, and of course walking around the city at night and work and all that shit. 3-inch folder, because 3-inch was the legal limit for the blade at the time. I had an assortment of 3-inch folders because I love knives, and just it's an accessory for men and women, but yeah, it's an accessory. I accessorize. I always had a 3-inch folder. This is the what the heck is this? This is the Ontario Rat Model 2, the small one. I love that knife so fucking much, but it's catered to a lot of needs I had. Basically, just the full flat grind on it. Again, cutting through cardboard like a champ. No issues whatsoever. And self-defense in a pinch. I mean, it's a tool, but I mean, so is a screwdriver. And if I had a screwdriver in my pocket and I was getting jumped by a bunch of people, guess what? It's a fucking knife. Be real. Anyways, so let's see. Actually, this is a good one. This is new on my list. I've only had this for a few years, a couple years. I keep it inside of this case. I love it. Manhattan. Oh, not Manhattan. What the hell am I saying? Oh my goodness, brain fart. Got so much going on right now. I just wanted to talk about this because I picked up these knives and I was thinking, like, man, this was my kit when I was just in the city. Just keep it in like a little kind of like, I guess, a fanny pack type of pouch, like next to your tackle box for the outdoor shit. When you live in the city in an apartment and it's just like, you have the heart of a wild one, but yeah. So anyways, this is all set up in this little kit, so when I go on my weekend trip, I just grabbed it and go. So anyways, this is from Bear & Son, this leather sheath. It's for a different knife entirely, probably a traditional, but when I bought this, I just shoved it in there after wetting it, and it's very smooth now. It broke in, it was tight as shit at first, but that's the Victorinox Swiss Soldier knife. Let me tell you. This is the point of the video. What I wanted to get at was, you get this Swiss Soldier. You get that SC Azula. And then you get this Ontario Rat. Follow it up. The flashlight. Just a AA flashlight. It's easy to find AA batteries. AAAs are nice too. A single AAA battery. But, that's what I usually carry. Just smaller. But it's the same weight. This is brass. AAs are easier to access. Easier to find. If you're in the city, you're going to find fucking batteries anywhere you go. If you're in the city, you're always on the move. You don't have time to sit by a fucking charger. Let's get real. I hate those damn rechargeable flashlights. I like the idea, don't get me wrong, but they're such a pain in the ass. I know I'm not the only one who thinks that, but back to the point. Get yourself a nice Swiss Army knife or somewhat multi-tool. Swiss Soldier covers most bases for the outdoors. If you just had this in your outdoor kit, and it wasn't even your box cutter for work, let's say you needed a kit to go outdoors and you were a city person, just like I was, you'd be straight with this. Covers all bases. You got a fixed blade that can do some work, but it's not going to draw too much attention. Could you get a bigger one? Sure. We're all adults, but it's practicality's sake. The Swiss Soldier, just put it on your belt. It's got everything you need for the outdoors too. A main blade. This is going to be my secondary blade. This is my main blade when I'm in the outdoors. This is my food blade. But this has a saw blade on it, so I can help through the camp. You got a hell of a pry bar on there for setting everything up. Screwdriver. Can opener. You know why? Because I'm camping. You know, I always bring a can of something. Just something, because, you know, shit sucks sometimes and you need backups. It's rations. So that's what that's for, because that's still needed. The only thing I don't like, which is probably not a big deal to you, is this is an awl that's just a plain awl for punching holes, and for that use, it's perfect. There are some out there that have a small hole inside of them right there along the sides, so you can basically thread a piece of string through there and stitch. It's just a small novelty, but it works, and in a pinch, I would take it. Screwdriver, and yeah. Actually, screw this thing. I mean, this not completely, but take it back. If you were a city person and you wanted to get a good, solid outdoor kit, that's all you fucking need. SC Zula, a nice AA flashlight. Single. It's just more compact, better, and it'll last longer. This particular one's OLED. It's the i5T EOS. Well, I bought that one for me many Christmases ago. And then this is the Swiss Soldier knife. I'm telling you. You know, I couldn't afford this shit back then. And now that I'm thinking back, man, I was like, yeah, that's all I would have needed. This would have set me up. Nowadays, let's see. Actually, I'm gonna make another video. I got a couple more knives here I'm gonna talk, so if you're still wanting to listen, I've got a few more knives, and just see what I post next.